Hello, welcome to Dr. RS channel. This is Dr. Riffat Sadiq. Today I'm going to talk about dental hygiene and why it is so important. Actually, most of the time, people don't pay attention to the teeth, including myself. But now, as I'm growing older and older, I realize that it's very important. People will have health insurance, but people will not have dental insurance. So I think teeth are extremely important. My mother used to tell me that she was like in her 50s when she started losing her teeth one by one. So in her 60s, she lost almost all the teeth. And then after that, she said, I don't enjoy the food that much. So she used to advise us, please take care of your teeth. So she tried dentures, but she said dentures does not give me the same pleasure when I eat food. And it's sometimes they're tight, sometimes they're loose. So she will say, even you do not lose your tooth, even if you have spent a lot of money to save the tooth. Your own tooth is most important. So what happens? So if we actually have teeth problem, we go to the dentist many times. They will say, oh, take it out. And then once we take out one tooth, so the whole denture is now loose because there is open space in between. They are not tight with each other. So we take out one tooth. So now they have open space. The whole denture is now loose because they then you start the second tooth is loose. So you need to really pay attention. If your dentist is telling you to take out the tooth is a problem, there is decay, but you need to now replace the tooth. So that's extremely important. So I cannot stress enough that how disease of any teeth or can lead to the other diseases. It's like we start from here, from the mouth. So I'll just say the simple things. I'll start with simple things. So if our teeth are not grinding our food properly, and because they are loose or they have pain or they have some other problem, gums problem, and we are not chewing the food properly, it's going to the stomach. Our stomach has the ungrinded food, and then that food is giving my belly problem, and then I have other problems. So one thing leads to another. So teeth are extremely important. So it also can lead to cardiovascular disease, heart problems. Because if you have infection of gums, you have infection it goes in your blood goes to the heart, and then you can have the problem. You can have infection of the heart, you can have infection of other parts of your body. So it's so important to take care of our teeth because it leads to multiple other health problems. As I mentioned earlier, heart problem, lungs problem, gut problem. You can be constipated. You can be having diarrhea if the food is not properly chewed in your mouth. So if our teeth are unhealthy, we'll have problem in chewing the food. If food is not chewed well, it means that stomach is now have a problem. So it's so important to take care of your teeth. Then people eat a lot of sugary things, and some things get stuck in your teeth, and then they are in the gaps. So sometimes people think brushing the teeth are the one thing I do it. That's the most important. But I tell you what is most important. Yes, brushing the teeth is very important, but even more important is flossing. Why? Because there is a gap between the two tooth. So if there is food stuck in the gap and that food stays in your mouth days after days, imagine how the old food smell. If you in your sink, Just open the garbage disposal and smell that. Imagine that is food in your gaps. It's bad. It's like really garbage in your mouth. You need to do floss. Sometimes when you floss and you smell that food, trust me, it's bad smell. If you don't floss every day and you floss in after a day, it happens with me. Some days if I don't floss and I forget it or whatever. So these days, a very nice floss. They are like with the little, it's easier to floss other than that thread one. Thread one is like, I used to find it very difficult. So sometimes I'll be lazy and I find it very difficult to do floss. So when I do the next day or the sometime if I forget, trust me, the food smells like a garbage. So you need to floss. These little, they're with the handle, they are very easy to floss these days. And they're not very expensive. You can buy from a dollar store. That will last you 2-3 months. I think they have like sometime 100 in it. So buy those floss. And now the brush, don't take very hard, don't take very soft, to a medium soft, or it has to be medium, and then do in the circular way. I'm sure your dentist would have told you, but I'm telling you that do it in a way that you are actually taking care of the, taking away all the which is on your teeth. But floss is going to take away the garbage out from your gaps. So if you feel like your mouth is smelling, it means that you have your gums problem. You need to see the doctor, because then if you have, we call it gingivitis, it means that your gum has some disease, and that is why it's giving you problem, it's giving you smell. So you need to see the doctor, and they usually sometime will do some extensive procedure. Sometimes they put antibiotics inside. Sometimes they have like nowadays very advanced treatments. Because if you have gingivitis, what happened now, there is a swollen gums around the tooth, and that you will start having the teeth problem, and then one after another you will start losing the tooth because your gums are not in a healthy shape. So your gums needs to be in healthy shape. They should be well taken care of along with your teeth. Sometimes people think that teeth, what we see is that's more important. No, gums which are holding the tooth is equally important. Sometimes it's more important than the tooth. So gingivitis, which is infection of the gums, which needs to be treated. Sometimes they actually can be treated by the oral antibiotics, but sometimes they go in, they do little surgeries, put antibiotics in there. So the gums needs to be treated. Also, when you are doing flossing, make sure to do floss to the end where there are gaps. Usually this is how the gaps are. This is tooth hair, the gum, in the gaps between the two tooth is like that. So you are going to take the floss and take it floss here, take it floss there. So you need to floss also. If you do floss like this, you might not be cleaning the whole gap between the two tooth. So these are the two tooth, the gap is like this. So you're going to clean like that, clean like that. So that 2 times you are going to do. So that is how to clean your gaps between the teeth, and then how to take care of your gums. So now if you are every day when we eat things, whenever, so we need to, if you cannot brush every time, at least rinse your mouth. At least you will take out some of the residue of the food, because food, imagine if we leave food on the table for 5 hours or 6 hours uncovered, you will see all the bacteria and viruses, you don't see them, right? You don't see those things. The same way you will not see them when the food is in your mouth for hours. Bacteria and viruses are there, but you cannot see them unless you start having pain or you start having fever. It means that now infection is full blown. But little bacteria and viruses, they are always can attract to your food, which is in your mouth, which should not be. That is why when you eat your breakfast, you take your coffee, you take whatever food, after that it's good to brush and floss. And if you cannot brush and floss, you are in rush, you are in hurry, at least you should have those sticks of floss, at least do the floss and rinse your mouth and floss. At least you can do it in the car also. So that is easy. Now your lunch, same thing. At dinner, same thing. So don't go sleep without your cleaning your teeth and without doing the flossing. But when you do in the morning, sometimes people get up in the morning and the first thing in the morning they do brush. Don't do that time. Do it after the breakfast. That will be helpful. So I hope that this information will be helpful to you. And teeth are extremely important. If you want to keep yourself beautiful, you need to save your teeth, because when we lose even one tooth, we actually have change in the voice because our mouth is not full. We are missing one tooth, and we have our voice changes, our face changes, because now they are not like the way it should be. So if you lose, like my mom lost all the teeth at early age, so she was not wearing dentures. Any denture we have it for her, it will not fit her, or she didn't like it. It was very uncomfortable for her. So her mouth was sunk inside. Her beauty was affected. So they look older than their age. So if you want to look younger, if you want to look healthier, you need to take care of your teeth, because you will be fuller. Your mouth will look, as it is. So we don't pay attention to these things when we are at a younger age. We take things for granted. We think, oh, the teeth are going to be like that forever. We are like cars. That's always I say, we are like cars. We need maintenance. We need cleaning. We need car wash, right? We need a yearly checkup. So we need the parts to be, if anything is going wrong, we need to take care of that. So if we catch things earlier, we will not lose the whole part, right? So we need to catch these problems at an early age. Prevention is the key. If we start preventing things, trust me, this world will be disease-free. But unfortunately, we get lazy, or unfortunately, we get tired, or we don't pay attention. We have other things on our mind. That's happened to everyone, including myself. So when I'm telling you, I'm telling myself also. So we need to take care of ourselves. We need to pay attention to ourselves. Little things at a time, little things. So start thinking about your teeth, start thinking about your beauty, start thinking about your health, how to avoid gingivitis, how to avoid all these dental caries. So whenever you're eating things, any sweet thing, make sure you at least rinse, and keep the floss in your purse or in your car, wherever you think, or at your work desk. So I hope that you will do these things for yourself. Thank you for watching.